And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
And he'll get this to the 32. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. On second down, ETN once more. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Lawrence now off the bootleg. That finds the former Raven, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Lawrence going to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with ETN. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go again with ETN. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In motion goes the tight end. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence will throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down.
ETN up the middle.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Motion man is Berrios. Open man downfield is Hill.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That is Josh Hines-Allen getting in there to bring him down.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He was able to get away initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roam.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Etienne once more. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jags are able to add on to that lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the gun, it's Tua.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Short throw to Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They complete it to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's caught. Smith. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And it's a bit of a bounce-back season a year ago for Jonnu Smith when he set career highs in both catches and yards in his lone season in Atlanta. The Dolphins signed him this offseason in hopes that they see that continue.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sanders' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
Here's Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. In motion, Hill. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Here's Achane to start the drive. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that attempt.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Here's Hill on the return. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's caught inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Huntley working from the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw here, Huntley.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Screenplay, here's Etienne.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Thomas will come in motion right.
Lawrence will throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 43. Motion man is Berrios. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Huntley.
And that is incomplete here.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
In motion, Hill. Huntley off of play action.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 15.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Thomas goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over.
of the Dolphins offense, and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Huntley.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne.
It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Huntley to throw.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running right, here's Achane.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Achane here. They stay on the ground.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Motion man is Berrios. They go play action with Huntley.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Achane is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Achane is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Quick throw complete.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now Lawrence.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. High school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Duvernay in motion. Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A handoff for Etienne.
Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Miami set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Short throw to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Steps away. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Huntley.
Flush to his right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Out of the gun, Huntley. inside the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 40 yards, and the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Open man is Duvernay.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Etienne.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
On third down, here's Etienne.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. This is 1st and 10. Here's Huntley.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run. It's Etienne. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. For this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
And they will take a knee here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice stuff